Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi. Yay. We're going to talk some Poshmark news about Poshfest. We're a day early. I know we said Friday. Then we realized that we are going to New York City tomorrow to see my mother-in-law sing cabaret, so we can't go live on Friday.
Yeah, we got to go into the city and support the mother, so.
Hi, Tammy.
Hi, Elisa.
Hi, Alexandra. Wow. See?
Finally on time. All right.
Yay.
Welcome to the party.
OMG, yes. Finally on time.
You
That's
made
awesome. Yeah, right when we set our live schedule, we can't uphold it. Go figure.
Greetings from Dallas.
Yay.
Dallas. We're going to be in Dallas in what? October, right?
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about tonight.
That
is exactly what we're talking about. We can't wait to get out to Dallas. We're actually going to be in Austin, Texas in, when's that? In June.
Yeah.
In the first week of June. And then 3 months later, we're going to Dallas. So we're going to be in Texas a lot this summer.
Haven't been to Texas my entire life, but I'm knocking it out 2 times
in a
couple of months.
Hey, Patriot Picker. Hey, Busy Deb Sells. I'm trying to catch up here. BJ Miller, Jessica Ortiz, Brittany, what's
Busy
up?
Deb, you just gave us a little shout out on Instagram. That was awesome.
Ladies Closet, Steve Jones. Everybody, welcome. Welcome to the show.
Afiki, hello. Oh, emojis. Say no.
Emojis. We love emojis.
It's a we now. Now I understand.
Collective we. I don't really use them, but I use them sometimes. Once in a while, I'll throw an emoji out there for...
Oh, another person's in Dallas.
A lot of people in Dallas, huh? That's awesome. Yeah, we haven't been to Texas yet. I haven't been. Karen hasn't been. So,
over 10 sales in my first week on Poshmark.
Awesome.
Yes.
Way to go. That's the way to start Poshmark out.
Oh, I had my first 2 sales today.
Congratulations.
That's awesome.
Who was that?
Aaron Young.
Aaron Young. Well, congratulations, Aaron. I'm trying to read from here because I got the phone right here. I'll just
yeah.
So my eyesight, even with the glasses on, doesn't work half the time.
I got my contacts in, so apparently they're stronger. I don't really understand them, but whatever.
So we're going to be talking, Chicago. We were just out there last year. We love Chicago.
I went to Poshfest last year in Chicago. We have friends that live in Chicago, so we kind of got to do business and pleasure,
and we had a great time.
Yeah.
This will be my first year going to Poshfest. I'm super excited for that. Last year I went, but I only went to the party. I didn't actually attend the convention. So this year is going to be my first year at the full convention, full on, going crazy, diving headfirst into everything, and I'm excited for it.
Representing the posh men. Yeah. So
we're growing.
Last year, because last year I went, and he was like, oh, it's not really a guy thing. They just got guys' clothes, But there were a lot of men at Poshfest last year. Yeah. So this entire year, I really do feel that, the men have grown, so much on Poshfest.
In fact, Poshfest last year was what inspired Karen to get the idea to open up a men's closet, which eventually got me into men's closet, which eventually led to me quitting my job and going full-time as a reseller. So if she can go to Poshfest, I'd still be working a shitty job.
Watch it. Watch it. We try to keep it PG. Yeah, no, second day, last day of the Poshfest last year, I went back and he was hanging out doing Chicago stuff. And I was like, we're opening a second closet. And he goes, we're doing what now? I was like, we're selling men's clothes.
Congratulations, Suzanne. Suzanne just made her first sale.
Awesome. That's
Way to go.
Great.
Thank you, Norma. Karen had a lot of help from Karen. I mean, more help than I ever deserved to get that closet going. She taught me how to take pictures, which I'm doing on my own now.
She's getting a lot better at it.
We're starting. It's getting a little shaky at first, but I'm getting the hang of it. And a lot of those pictures were actually taken by Karen when she first opened the closet. And she was taking my pictures till about when?
Almost 2 months
Almost 2 months ago, yeah. Mm-hmm. So she was taking both men's and women's pictures, and she's got a knack for photography. So she was the right one to do
That's one of my favorite parts about it.
It just got too overwhelming for her, so we had to learn.
When we first opened both closets, and he was not a good photographer. Even when you're like, hey, guy, in an amusement park, can you take my picture? Like your head cut off kind of thing, or he put it landscape when it shouldn't be, not a knack for it this time. But in the beginning, I didn't want to have to train him and build up a huge closet. So I was like, I'm just going to take all the photos. And I would airdrop him the photos, and he would still do all the listing part. Since we're iOS, I would just say, okay, open your phone, and it would be incoming 20 photos, and he would list them. So it worked out, but then it got overwhelming.
I was wondering what don't give your server away meant, and then she corrected herself, and that makes more sense now.
Oh, no.
Typos and autocorrects, you got to love them, right?
So, yeah, I got Poshfest is sold out.
Poshfest is sold out. What was it? 3 days. I mean,
yeah, not even.
It went on sale early for ambassadors. If you're a Poshmark ambassador, you were able to get your ticket, what, 2 days ago? When did we get ours? 2 days ago, right?
Yes.
So we got our tickets 2 days ago. So that was the pre-sale for ambassadors only. It went general population yesterday. And it's sold out today. So they sold out fast. There's a lot of interest. There's always a lot of interest in Poshmark.
Last year sold out, but it didn't sell out as quickly.
Yep.
You know, and then when it did sell out, a lot of people were like, I want to go. And there was like this whole thing, like scrounging for tickets. And did you buy one? Can you still make it? There were like message boards set up for it, like the trading of tickets if you can't go all of a sudden. But yeah, I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised. Like I knew it would sell out. Yeah. I am like flabbergasted with like the intensity and like how fast it sold out.
It sold out quick.
Oh, I'm so happy that we got our tickets.
We got a question that just came in from Hack Your Health. She's wondering if older style bathing suits do well.
Yeah. I sold a vintage bathing suit on Poshmark. It was new with tags. And it is sold. You know, retro is very in.
Oh, definitely.
You know, people have all different tastes. People love to bring back old styles. So
Mindy R got ambassador today. Congratulations, Mindy. Way to go.
Very nice.
Elisa Goldman, she's going to Poshfest, so we will get to meet you out there.
Look for the purple hair. Purple hair don't care. Come say hi.
Yeah, those Posh fictions sell out quick. So we couldn't even get it today. We were out sourcing, and by the time we came out of the thrift store, everything was gone. Tape. Yeah, we didn't even see it. So
my favorite thing are those rolls of tape. You know,
you got to act fast on those. You really got to be like trigger happy and jump all over that.
Bundle. You can't say, "Oh, they released the tape, released the Kraken." You can't say add to bundle, and check out. First, I don't even know how they blocked it. I mean, I guess they're Poshmark. They can do whatever they want. But yeah, you can only buy a single thing at a time to allow people to not be greedy and like mass bundle things. And
Alexandria Daniels says, would you say going to Poshfest is beneficial in helping grow your Posh business? Oh, definitely.
Okay, so
let's tell them a little bit about last year's Poshfest so they get an idea of what a Poshfest is really about. Because I only got to experience the party, the fun part. So I didn't get to experience the convention during the day, but Karen soaked it all in and tell them about it.
So first of all, it's great. You get to meet your PFFs in real life. You get to network like crazy. My followers jumped up, and like premium followers, people that will share your closet and you share theirs. It was days of just going from room to room to room. They always had you moving. They always had you interested and engaged with different subjects. Anything from guest speakers. We had Nicole Kalu. She's always in here. I hope Nicole's in here. If not, well, she was a guest speaker on taxes. They were talking about inventory and sourcing, like everything to do with the business. And then they had different tracks. They had 2 tracks. They had one for like freshmen and one for, I think, sophomore track, or maybe it was senior. But it was kind of like, how into it are you? And like, what information do you need? And then there was a lot where it was like, everybody was together. It was a lot of information and learning and growing. They also had closet consultations and they fed you. So, when you're eating.
Free food's always a good thing, right?
It was great meeting people that they were only a screen name to me, like closet name. And it was like, oh my goodness, you're so-and-so. I see so-and-so right in front of me. It was great.
Yeah, so it's great to grow your business. It's beneficial. You're going to learn a ton.
Never stop learning.
No. That's what it's all about. Brittany is super excited. She's going to be looking for us first at Poshfest. Yay! She's a huge fan. So, yeah, we'll find you, Brittany. We'll definitely find you out there. And
don't be afraid to come up and say hello, because there's a lot of people there. especially it sold out like days. Last year it was sold out. It was a lot of people kind of everywhere. And I don't know. So just don't be afraid. Just come up and say hello. And I'm going to say hello.
Do you know if there are, Elisa's asking if there are any discounted rates or anything for hotels?
Oh, I believe they do that. When
they did it last year,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
We didn't do that. But last year they had like a discounted rate at the hotel. However, since Poshfest has sold out, get on it. Even if you can't get the hotel that they're hosting at or with the discount rate, it should have been in the same area that you bought your tickets. We didn't look for that.
Yeah.
We didn't look for the hotel. That's where it was last year. It was like a separate link in the same page.
We're going the Airbnb route this year, so we're doing that.
That happened really quick too. I was like, oh.
We are splitting a rate with a bunch of our friends, posh friends, and it's going to be a blast. I can't wait
we're
jump
going
over
to
that.
Invade.
We're invading Poshfest. We're rolling in crazy deep.
Yeah, that's gonna be like, what is going on with all these stylish chicks everywhere? All these stylish people.
Chad, I'm glad you're enjoying the course, buddy. Thanks for the support. If you have any questions or anything, get in touch with us. We'll definitely hook you up.
Oh, okay. So Red Lotus Treasures. Question. I share my solds as well as my available items to attract potential buyers. Will sharing your sold items during a party or to your followers come up in the feed? So they will come up in the feed, and I have definitely seen sold listings in the party. Now, were they shared sold or did they sell while they were in the party? I don't know, but I would assume that you can. I've shared sold listings by accident.
Yeah, we've done that before.
I know some people do share them on purpose. They'd like to keep them smattered in their closet, so when people are perusing their closet, they see that it's actually active, that this person has sold this and this person, obviously you can look at your feedback, but I know a lot of people do like to do that. I'm a little OCD about my closet. Yeah. I like to push them down at the bottom.
We leave them all. I do the same thing.
But to each their own, I know a lot of people that definitely do that.
Patriot Picker, give us some notice, and we would love to go out and have some lunch with you the next time you're driving through Route 84. Definitely give us a little notice, and we will make that happen.
We're like 3 minutes from the interstate.
Yep.
Well, 3 minutes when he drives.
What is the most effective way to get more followers? There's a couple ways. You can share people's items during parties, Chad. You can follow people that aren't following you, and then they'll follow back. And it's just sharing and following. I mean, that's the way to do it. You just share as much as you can. They're going to start sharing your stuff back, and then they're going to follow you and follow your closet. And then if you follow somebody, there's like 70% chance they're going to follow you back as well. And most people do. So those are
some kind of interaction.
Yeah.
It's easier during the parties to have interaction. While you're in the party showroom and you're sharing, and if you see something that really is like a nice layout or a nice styling, or it speaks to you, like either the photography or the item itself, go into that person's closet and share a couple items. Yep. If you find something that like actually is like a nice shirt, be like, I've done it. I'd be like, oh, this is the awesome leggings. 3 sizes too small for me, but I'll share. I hope they sell, and just have some kind of interaction.
Interaction is great. There goes the cat.
Yeah. You probably see him going up and down more than we do. Hunter Cat has made many videos. I think he gets jealous.
So that's the key to getting followers. Really, it's really simple. I mean, they make it quite easy. It's not a complicated process. So,
and if somebody follows you, it's good to go into their closet, share a few things, and follow them back. Just because they're following you, it's good to have their back too. I like to have my ratio be somewhat even, followers to following. I know I see a lot of lopsided closets where
I'm a little lopsided right now. I got to work on that. I'm working on it.
When you made Posh Ambassador, and I think
I got an influx coming in real quick.
Men's closet with all the men signing up for the app. They look at size profile when they pair them with Posh Ambassadors to follow, and they see a man, and there was all these men signing up. So he had like this crazy influx of followers. I can't complain about that.
Nope.
But just activity. Share them. Share.
So who's going to Poshfest? I know Elisa's going. I saw a couple others going. If you're going to Poshfest, throw a 1 in the comments.
Heather, it is great to have followers and friends who share. It definitely is. I don't like when I go into someone's closet and I see they barely have shares. And it's like, why? Why?
Tag sale, yard sale says, don't share too much to the point where you throttle the system.
No.
It will affect your inventory. That only works with following people. If you're following too many people at once, you're going to get throttled and you're going to get that bot question. You're going to think you're a robot. You can never share too much. I mean, oversharing is there's an extent where you're going to overshare too much, but it's not going to throttle you.
Pause. Like I'll be like watching TV and I'll share like a bunch of things and like staring at like either a iPad or a computer or your phone when you're sharing, you need to take eye breaks. Like I look at the TV for a couple minutes and then get back to sharing. So it's not going to think that you're a computer.
Yeah, it's more so. I mean, if you're sharing way too fast and going like that, it could happen.
Really quick.
But most people don't share like that. When I share a bunch at once, and I haven't had a problem. Mm-hmm. But and I think it more has to do with the following. And when you're following a ton of people at once, you can run into that problem because there's bots out there that are meant to do that.
And you can do that a lot more easy when you see like all the blue and you open up.
Yeah.
So you open up a closet and you go to their followers and you just go click. It's very easy to have a rhythm to that where it could be distinguished as being a not human rhythm. But yeah, I've never been throttled.
Nope. And we share tons.
Yeah.
So we got a couple ones there. Stephanie's going, Brittany's going, Elisa's going.
Oh yeah, on the computer. How did we say that word? Captcha. Sure, that's it. That thing that tells you, like, I'm not a robot. And then it says, like, pick whatever a square is, have a street sign in it. And then you do, and then it doesn't like your answer. And you're like, but I'm really not a robot. I swear I'm not a robot. Yeah, that's a pain in the booty. I only get that on the computer, though. Not on the,
on the phone. I don't even, because you can't use bots on the phone, I think, right?
But you can also use Poshmark from your web browser on your phone as well. It's harder. It's not, I don't know why you would, but maybe a tablet, maybe it would happen. Oh no.
That's a shame, Petite Sweet flipping.
Went to buy your ticket and missed out.
They might, depending on if they have room for it or not. But
last year they had, like, even Poshmark put out like an announcement that, like, hey, if you bought your ticket months ago and something came up, like they had like a little wait list of people that were like trying to do it. So I would email Poshmark and say, listen, I missed out. I'm so sad. If anyone releases a ticket, let me at it. You know? And they'll probably start that list. I bet you they already have a few of those emails. So you kind of want to get in on the ground floor and kind of be at the top of that list since it just happened.
Yeah.
You know, it just sold out. So I would definitely like email them and be like, I'm still interested. They need to find a bigger venue. They need to like rent out like the Superdome. We would sell out of that.
That's a little too big, I think.
Capture. Is that like it? Like captcha? Oh.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I get that. Who comes up with this stuff?
I don't know.
Who? A lot of ones.
So what else? Yeah,
we have a lot of ones.
A bunch of ones. So what else can we say about Poshfest?
Yeah, I heard a lot of people have asked me on Instagram pretty much what you guys are asking me, like, is it worth it? It is $200. Now, as a business, if you are a registered business, that's a write-off.
Yep.
You know, granted, you're still fronting the money, but the bigger that your business gets and the more money that you're spending and the more money that you're making, you should be kind of looking for the write-offs to write off what you're making when you start making a lot of money. You know, so I'm not so sad about it. And it was quite an experience. You know, you get to meet people behind the scenes. You get to meet like the CEO. You get to meet the founder of Poshmark.
Yeah, we met him.
He talks. He gives like a state of the Posh address kind of, and it's amazing. They created Poshmark in a garage. It's like one of those stories where it was like him, like 2 developers and like 3 laptops, you know, and just like an idea. And then they were walking around like San Francisco, I believe, like handing out cards saying like, will you try this app? It's in beta. Like try it. Like just talking to people, like literally hitting the pavement running and like saying like, try this app. And now look at it. Look at us, look at you, like, you know, and it's crazy that like that's what an idea and a dream will do. And he shares that with you. And I made me like choke up a little bit.
Zoom, we will definitely be vlogging that experience. We're going to go live down there at least one point, and we'll definitely be vlogging along the way. So you will get to see a lot of behind the scenes Poshfest information. E. Martin, we just started that jeans video today. It should be out on Saturday. You want to show them the jeans?
Not all of them.
Not all of them? You just want to show them one you worked on?
I'm going to go dun. I just dun.
What's up, Steve?
Just did it. So that'll be coming soon. Yeah, Jay was recording me doing the jeans. I tried the tripod thing, but I was moving around with the jeans and stuff. So Norma said she has a weird question. What kind of clothes would a person need for Poshfest? So I was really worried about this last year. I'm like, kind of funky. Like I dress a little different. I don't know. I like really retro and like pinup style. And I'm like, everybody's so trendy. I'm like, and trending was like off the shoulder stuff. I'm like, I don't have good shoulders. And I was like really afraid that I was going to go to Poshfest and people are going to be like, dude, you sell clothes? Look at you. Like I was really worried about that. But then I started noticing like, sure, there were like over the top trendy people there. But then there were just like average people. And the thing is, it didn't matter like what you were dressed like. We were all there for the exact same reason. And there was like this like unspoken bond between people. It didn't matter what you were wearing or what kind of handbag you had. If you had like a $300 purse or like I had like a little like H&M satchel, you know, you can pretty much wear anything. Now, the Posh Party, they suggest that you dress up. Jason wore a nice snazzy little blazer, but what did he wear underneath your blazer?
Star Wars t-shirt.
He wore a t-shirt. He did the t-shirt, blazer, and jeans, you know, and his blazer was a success. Everyone was like, that's an awesome blazer, you know, but you can like dress like to the nines like every single day, or like I wore jeans, you know.
Nothing wrong with that.
Just
come as you are and you'll be good to go.
Come as you are. You do you and be you. There's really no right or wrong answer. I mean, unless it's like for climate and you're dressing in wool in like the summer or something. Don't do that.
How do you put a bathing suit on a dress form?
Ooh, yeah, that can be difficult. You could stick the pole out one of the legs of the bikini if it's a bikini or a bit one piece. It does look a little lopsided. And then you could pin it just like you would pin like any clothes if it doesn't fit. But when you have like molded cups, you know, like a push-up kind of bathing suit, and then you have a dress form with like a barely B, it's going to look a little awkward. I have done bathing suits. That vintage one that I was talking about earlier, that went on a dress form because it just didn't look right. It was made of this really like ruched material where it kind of like shrunk to really small and you couldn't really get a form idea. But yeah, you could try it. If not, like the flat lay is really simple for bathing suits. You lay it out
and snap the shot.
Yep.
Do you have to buy an item to become a Posh ambassador? Christina Esposito says. By the way, Christina, your mystery box is in the mail, so you should be getting that soon.
I don't think you do. I think you have to receive love notes. I don't know if you have to give love notes. I'm not sure. When I became a Posh ambassador because I was grandfathered in, I was a suggested user before they rolled out the ambassador program. So when they switched it over to Posh ambassador, like my stats were already like maxed out and I didn't really pay much attention to it. I don't know if you have to buy it. Jay's looking right now.
I want to see if I can find it.
I know a lot of it has to do with sharing and being social, pretty much like the core group of Poshmark, what you should be doing. Most of it has to. Keep going.
Oh, there we go.
You're a Posh ambassador. So we
sales.
have,
you need a minimum of 15 sales.
No, do you need to make a purchase?
Oh, make a purchase. I'm sorry. No purchase necessary.
Oh, it's like an entry into a sweepstake. No purchase necessary.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. What do we got going on?
He was reading, huh? Yeah, I have like over 100 purchases because that's how I started Poshmark. I didn't start it as a business. I started it as me like clothing myself and getting clothes. So I have like over 100 love notes given as well. Yeah, love notes given. Oh, maybe. Does it say given or just love notes? Because given means you left somebody.
No, I think you have to give and receive.
Give and receive.
Yeah, you have to
love notes
given, minimum 1.
Yeah, his says minimum 1, but somebody was telling me it's 2.
Don't you have to get 1 too?
Someone was, I don't know if they changed it, but his says 1, mine says 1.
Yeah.
But in the last video, somebody said it was 2. Maybe they've changed it. They have a right to do that. You know, they have a right to adjust whatever. Maybe. And I've also heard these Posh ambassadors, not all of them, but a few of them make Posh ambassador, and they're selling like curtains and like baseballs, like stuff that's like not prohibited. It's prohibited in the app.
Yeah. Kaya Evans says, I was thinking about starting a YouTube channel to share my hauls for resale. I don't have a huge amount of funds. What's an inexpensive starting camera? Karen started out with a cell phone camera. You don't need to buy any camera at all. If you got a camera with a phone with a camera, you are a YouTube sensation right off the bat.
I used my cell phone and a $20 tripod that I got off of Amazon. It was a tripod that was tabletop, but you can also bend it and attach it to a chair.
It's the best way to start. You get into it, you start getting those hauls, doing the haul videos. More people are going to come to your closet. They're going to buy your stuff. You'll make more money. And then you can buy a decent camera.
Yeah.
So cell phone cameras work fine. I mean, we still use a cell phone camera to this day.
It's easy. And, it's yeah, you're not on a cell phone right now, but
no, we're on a webcam right now.
Especially when I'm doing something more in depth with like my hands or something, like the jeans I was doing. Jay was just like, you know, he had it stabilized on the tripod because it can also be a gripper too. So he was just holding it stabilized and it was easier.
No, you don't need to buy anything to become a Posh ambassador. You need to sell. But
it says love notes given though. Like you gave a love note.
No, I think, yeah, it does say
like that, you gave a love note.
So you have to buy something.
It doesn't say love notes received. So to give a love note,
you have to buy something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess you do. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, you do have to buy something. Yeah.
See, I don't even know because I was already an ambassador. But yeah, no, it says given. You would have to leave somebody.
Arconda and NYC says he didn't. They didn't buy anything, and
maybe they've changed it. You know, because somebody did say 2 as well. You know, I don't have that problem. I'll tell you that because I still shop, not as much.
Yeah,
it's my business, but like I don't like paying full price for anything anymore. Poshmark has spoiled my wardrobe.
Living and learning with Caroline. Is that the one that asked what a love note is?
Yeah.
Yeah. A love note is when a love note is when you leave a comment to something on something you purchase. So you leave feedback. When you rate them, it asks you to give them a comment.
And it says, please rate the purchase. And you open it up. And then you see like the empty stars, like the 5-star rating. And you click however many stars. Now, if you leave 5 stars, and the bottom, it's not an open field. Now, I think they should change this. It should just be obvious that you should start typing. But it's not. You have to scroll a tiny little bit. And then it says, leave comment.
Yep, that's it.
That's
leave a comment, you're good to go.
A lot of people don't do it because it's not so obvious that they're asking you to actually leave your feedback. So it doesn't say feedback.
Patriot Picker says, my closet is mainly guy type stuff, but I have many women's pocketbooks to list. Should I create a separate account for these? Not going to venture into women's clothing, but it will list accessories. I think if you're not going to go too hard into women's clothing, just
you can list them in your
closet and don't worry about opening a second closet up. If you're going to go hardcore into women and you're going to start selling a bunch of clothes and a bunch of accessories and a bunch of makeup, whatever, then you want a second closet to differentiate. But if it's just a few things sprinkled here and there throughout your closet, you should be fine.
One of their very common parties that they have at least once a week is best in bags. So if you list like 10 or 15 handbags, make sure to attend that party and share your handbags to that party. Women are very window shoppers when that concerns their purses. They're like, that's a cute purse. It's the colors I like right now. It looks like a good size. Let me buy it.
E. Martin, I don't believe welcoming new poshers is considered a love note. It has to be on a purchase.
When you actually rate with the stars. Whenever you make a purchase and it's delivered, it says your item has been delivered. And you're like, okay. And then you open up where it says that notification and you rate the stars. That's a love note. Anything else is a comment.
Stacy Funk. How do you know if someone is an ambassador? There's under your Posh stats, there's a Posh ambassador tracking bar. You just click on that Posh ambassador status, and you're going to open it up. It's going to show you all the criteria that you need to hit to become a Posh ambassador. It's actually open right there.
Yeah. You're going to go to your Posh stats. like where you my Posh stats, where you would see like all your income and stuff, and then right underneath your photo it says Posh Ambassador, like your progress. Like his are all maxed out because he's an ambassador, but it would, it would say like excuse me, it's a coffee, community shares, and you have to get 5,000. So that bar will start going up the more you share. And it tells you your progress. And then when you're back in that other screen, it'll say like 86% to ambassador. And you're like, ooh,
I checked my Posh stats yesterday, Norma said, and it said I only needed one. I have that love note to the Pink Flamingo BTQ a little while ago. LOL. So there you go.
Yay. Awesome.
If you're going to sell multiple women's living and learning with Caroline, this is for you. If you're going to sell multiple women's and multiple men's clothes, it's beneficial to open a second closet and separate them out. You're going to get targeted followers that way. So you're going to get your men's clothes. People are going to be looking for men's. Your women's clothes, people are going to be looking for women's clothes. I mean, they're not going to confuse and commingle, and it's going to increase the likelihood that you'll get a sale in both of those closets. So it's beneficial to do it, but you don't have to.
Plus, then you can also cater your pictures a little more and kind of like have them a little bit more stylized, a little bit more feminine, or a little bit more manly. Like Jay, his background is like wood, like a wood background for his backdrop. Mine's a white furry rug.
Yeah.
You can see how one's more feminine and one's more manly man. Lumberwood.
So Louis Laz says, do you guys have a set budget a month to source? Thanks. What do we spend? We spend between $2,000 and $3,500
We take care of
month,
everything we need to take care of. So we have X amount that we need to put in the bank for bills, cost of living, and whatever. Now, whatever else is left over, it also depends on how much inventory we are blowing through.
Yep.
We are also trying to really grow my closet because of you guys know it's like I can't even hit 300. The more I list, the more I sell, and I'm getting so close. I'm getting so close because we've been listing like crazy, and it's Anyway, so we've been spending a little bit more this past month, this past month.
Yeah.
Trying to up my listings because that's been my main focus.
On average, it's about $2,000, $2,500, something like that.
Yeah, it's about that. But the more you want to grow, the more you have to realize you're going to invest too. Any businessman or woman will tell you the same thing, no matter what they're in business about. The more you need to grow and expand, the more money you're going to be spending.
And we are definitely in that growing phase right now, so we're working on spending as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Alan Schaefer says, hey guys, so I have an issue with a package not being scanned in with the post office. I dropped it off on Monday. What will Poshmark do about this, do you think? Thanks.
You dropped it off at the post office and just said they didn't scan it in front of you. Poshmark has your back when it concerns shipping, though. If they get the notification, because you're probably going to get this weird response saying like, "Don't forget to ship." And you're like, "Dude, I already shipped." Then you have to. There's like a prompt in that says "already shipped." I already shipped the package, so they know that you already shipped it. And then if tracking still doesn't happen, you can send them an email and be like, I think there's a problem. But if it is lost in the mail, Poshmark has your back. I've had packages not make it to me. I had a package lost for 3 months.
And then it finally showed up.
It was something I bought. She was in Hawaii. She shipped it. And tracking stopped pretty quickly. It didn't even make it to my side of the United States. And then it was a week and a half later when nothing happened. It wasn't showing up. She went to the post office. They couldn't find it. I went to my post office. They couldn't find it with the tracking number. And so Poshmark just wrote it off as a loss, paid her for her item and me for my lost, my purchase.
It's that easy.
3 months later, I get this package looking like it went to Hades and back. This thing was run over, there was marks on it. It must have gone through wheels or something, not run over, but close to it. It was beat up. I'm surprised the thing even kept together. But it was the shirt.
And it made it here.
It made it.
When you open two closets, this is from Bart Kanda NYC. Can you set up with direct deposit to the same bank account, or does Poshmark frown upon two closets? Yeah, you can use the same bank account, right?
Yes, you can. The only thing that is a little difficult, not difficult, but having 2 closets, you constantly have to, hi, 100Cat, log out and log back in. It's not like Instagram or Twitter where you can kind of toggle between your accounts.
That's not that complicated.
No,
so that's the hardest part about it. And that's not that bad.
Log out and log back in and remember who you're logged out of and logged back into. We have different iPads associated with each account that we never log out of.
So Lisa Goldman says, I have as much inventory in men's as in women's clothes. I delete the pics after posting. Is there a way, do you know, to transfer the listings to another account?
Ooh, yeah. So the main photos that you already took are deleted. You can screenshot them. If they haven't been screenshotted before, some people say, oh, it might get pixelated. I've never had that problem with my phone. You open up the listing, tap on each individual photo, so it opens up big, as if you were going to go zoom in on it and then screenshot it.
That works.
That's how I relist.
That's how she does it. So it's because we don't keep our pictures either. We get rid of them once we're done with them. So
unless it's something that I get like constantly. Yeah. You know, like a lot.
A piece of Gene on me.
There's Gene all over this dining room.
What site do you guys use to make your cards? We use Vistaprint.
Yes.
Vistaprint for all of our business card needs.
For our cards that we use for shipping. You know, our thank you. Don't forget to rate and comment, that type of thing. And I use Moo, M-O-O, like cow, Moo for my actual business cards. The ones I took to Poshfest last year, like more person to person, not like thank you for your package. Vistaprint is cheap. Look for coupon codes. Wait for them to have their specials. Never upgrade the shipping because they ship really quick. Even if they tell you that it's only going to be like 2 weeks, it'll get to you soon. They're good.
Question for everyone. Do you include gifts in your packages? If so, what do you use?
What do you call them?
Prizes. That's from Minia.
He thinks they're prizes. I'm like, it's not a Cracker Jack box.
Yeah, we use pencils.
Pencils.
And we're gonna actually get into the Oriental Trading Company and get some custom pencils for that.
Flamingo
so it's just as simple as a 25-cent pencil. You can go get them at the dollar store, and people just love it.
I don't put them in anything under $12.
Yeah,
I know it's crazy, but
yes, we do use thank you cards, Stacy. Lee Henry finally made it to a video. Welcome, Lee.
I don't write them out, Stacy.
We use Vistaprint thank you cards. They're just set cards. It's
my hand started cramping one day, and I was like, never again. And I had to find then I went to Vistaprint.
Where did you purchase your white rug for the background of photos?
Oh, I got it at Amazon. Now, if you go into any of our videos that aren't live videos, you're going to see at the bottom, I have a list of like equipment we use, including my rug, anything I use for my Poshmark. My white rug is on there.
Yep, that's easy. Let's see, where did I get the right white rug? We're good on. No, we did not get any Posh fixins today. We missed it.
But they didn't have the tape.
They didn't have the tape?
No, I never populated tape. They had a bunch of hats and baby t-shirts and like more swag. Mari says, Poshmark community guidelines says you may only have one active account on Poshmark unless you receive written permission from Poshmark.
Yeah, just an email.
You just have to email them. And it's wise to pick your username first. This is going to shorten the process because they're going to be their next answer to you. Sure. What would you like your name to be? Email us back with 3 potential names. Now, they can only be 16 characters, so you should go into find people and make sure that username is not used, or it's going to keep going back and forth.
Yeah, Melanie, we used to use mini. Karen used to use mini nail file, little nail manicure kits. She bought them at the dollar store. They were like $4 for $1 or something like that. It was not a bad kit, and they stopped making those. They stopped having those.
The pencils are $12 for $1, which is still, but that's change. I know some people do go to the dollar store, but they'll get a single item for $1, which is not much. But when you're doing it over and over and over, that can eat into your profits big time. So I do get dollar gifts for when I get a bundle over $50. Like I found Flamingo pouches. They're like little makeup pouches with flamingos all over. They were $1 each. I got 10 of them, and I'm almost out of them because I sold like 3 bundles in like 24 hours. Yeah. And so I feel like if you're spending more with me, I'll give you a little bit more. I mean, obviously they don't know it's $1. It's a thought that counts.
Yeah.
You don't need to give. What do you call them? Prizes. You don't need to give prizes in order to get good feedback. It's something I enjoy doing. I think it adds an extra touch to it, and it kind of really personalizes it.
It'll get you that repeat customer too. They'll come back and shop from you again if you're putting that personal touch in. So that's what we do. We do the tissue paper. We do that. I'm sure you guys have seen our videos before.
I wish they did. So I can find the mini nail files. I loved those things because who doesn't need a nail file?
Christina Esposito saw pencils at Target with pink flamingos in the dollar section. Were so adorable. We got to go check that out.
I would go and buy them out, and I am not joking. I would go just take the entire thing and go into my cart and go, okay, cashier number 1. They would probably look at me like I'm nuts. I know the guy at the dollar store does.
Crazy straws Patriot Picker's going with for this summer. That's not a bad idea. People love those crazy straws.
Yeah, that's awesome. I know a lot of people do candy.
Yeah.
Like a Tootsie Pop. Not something that's going to melt. If you're going to go the candy way, do not go putting some Snicker bar in there. It's going to start melting if it gets into a hot post office truck.
So let's talk more about Poshfest. Let's jump back on topic here and talk about some Poshfest. What do you guys want to know about Poshfest? You guys have any questions about Poshfest specifically? Any questions on your mind?
Did anybody that said that they were going, so I know a lot of you said that you got your tickets, did anybody say yes to participating in the fashion show?
Oh, that's a good question.
They had it. I liked it last year. It was definitely, I had my own clothes a couple years ago that I created, walked down runway in a fashion show, and I really liked it. It was awesome. So this was the next time I got to see an actual fashion show. And now a lot of times you guys ask about like the wholesale portal and like the clothes that they offer. That's the other thing that I remember from Poshfest. They had many of their wholesale vendors set up little like booths, but not for sale. You got to like feel the clothes, talk to the distributor, talk pricing, and you got to see the quality of the clothes.
Looks like Brittany got signed up for the fashion show by her mom.
Oh, mom threw a humdinger at you, huh?
Melanie's scared of the fashion show. Don't be scared. It's only a fashion show.
It was so casual though. Like not one person that walked down that it was like a raised runway. Not one person that walked down that runway was a professional or striving to be a professional. Like they were just walking down there, head held high, smiling. Don't expect that.
Brittany, they're gonna
model, have fun.
They're gonna give you stuff to wear. I believe it's closed from their wholesale portal.
Yes, that's what it was.
They showcase everything from their wholesale portal, so that's probably what they'll do again this year. So they're gonna give you a certain outfit or whatever, and you just strut your stuff down the runway, and you're good to go.
I just gave an offer to 17 likers on one of my items.
Yes.
Under my active offers, it says it was sent to only 2 people.
You probably sent that out to, you probably made a similar private offer on that item before, correct? When you do make a private offer the first time and that gets sent out, the second time you make that offer, it's only going to go to the new people that have liked that item, unless you make an offer lower than 10% lower than the original than the last offer.
So those 17 people, or 17 minus however many, what'd you say, 2?
2, yeah.
So 15 people had already received either the same offer from you before or a very similar offer of it before, and you didn't lower it at least 10% from that original offer to those 15 people. That happens.
That happens to me all the time.
So it only went to those 2 people that didn't receive that similar offer to begin with. So it has to get incrementally lower in order to go to all 17 people.
Yes, there are sessions like at a business convention. There's stuff like that, Elisa Goldman.
Yeah.
There's workshops all day long. There's from what I heard from Karen anyway, there's all that good stuff.
Some of them are more like lectures, like when the founder talks and stuff like that. Some of them are a lot more analytical. You get to know when active hours are and how to use that to your advantage. Some of them are a lot of guest speakers.
Speaking of guest speakers, if anybody wants to nominate us to speak at Poshfest, we wouldn't mind that. You can actually go and nominate people that you want to hear from. So, wink,
not
wink.
now, but getting closer to Poshfest.
Yeah,
they should start sending out hey, who do you want to hear speak? We would love it. I would love to speak at Poshfest. Man, I like to talk. Can you tell? Can you tell I like to talk?
So if you want to hear from us, just nominate us down the road. Vote for us. We'd love that.
Red Lotus Treasure says to relist. Yeah, if your offers to private likers just aren't working anymore. No, if you already sent that offer out and it's not working and you keep sending out an offer and no one's buying it, relist it, start fresh. That's very good words of advice, Red Lotus Treasures.
You can only share your closet to the party once, Dana. So if you're sharing it more than once, it's just going to go to your followers. Mm-hmm. So what we do is we share towards the middle to end of the party, and then we'll share other people's stuff to our followers, and then those people are going to share our stuff back to their followers. So that's what we focus on mostly in the parties, but we share our closet only once because it's kind of pointless to share it more than once during parties.
Sometimes I get really caught up with sharing my followers and random people from the party stuff during the party that I'm like, what time is it? I didn't share my closet. And it takes me going more towards 20 minutes to get through my entire closet. Every active listing. The bigger closet you have, the longer it takes you to share it. But yeah, even if the prompt will still be there, right? The share to party
but it's only going to go to your followers.
But even if you hit it and you already shared that to a party, it's just going to go to your followers feed, which is still sharing.
It's still sharing.
Sharing is caring.
But remember, when you share at first to the party, you're also sharing to your followers. So it doesn't hurt. Too much sharing doesn't hurt, but you're just like double sharing. So it's almost a waste of time at that point. You want to focus more energy on sharing other people's stuff.
I'm sure everybody here who has ever shared during the party hours and it's a little busy, and you're sharing your own closet, and then you're like, didn't I just do that item? Like, where do you get like sidetracked up here for like a split second, and you forget like what item you left off on? You're like, you do it.
Yeah.
You're like, oh. So I'll reshare the same item just because I like forgot if I did or didn't share it. So I'd rather share it twice than not share it at all.
Yep. Done that before.
I'm sure almost every single person here has had that, like, or like maybe like someone said something to you and you had that like brief second where you like stopped thinking like what you were doing on the tablet or computer, and you're like, oh, yada yada, and then you look back and you're like, oh, where did I leave off? Yeah, I'm sure everybody here has done that. It happens.
Yep. So what else about Poshfest can you let them know about?
Go comfortable.
Yeah, definitely. That's a good tip.
I saw
at least during the day.
Yeah, during the day. There's a lot of moving. There's a lot of, you sit down for a certain little segment, and then they give you a schedule, and then you're moving. So yeah, if you wear heels all day and that's your thing, you can get as comfortable as you want. But even when you're sitting, don't be wearing like jeans that are like so tight on your body or a belt that's going to start like digging in because you're sitting down a lot. Be comfortable. You don't want to be like feeling like you're constantly tugging at your clothes because you're trying to be all chic and stuff like that. Go comfortable. Bring writing utensils. They're going to tell you all this, but then they gave us pens. They gave us pens and paper, because everyone's different, but I'm a note taker. I like to write, and I was like taking notes.
Yeah.
Numbers don't stick in my head, so I always write anything numbers down. Also, go prepared to be overwhelmed with business cards. Have business cards, even if they're just simple, because when people are like, hey, follow my closet, yada, 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 you're going to forget that in like 30 seconds because it's going to happen over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So go comfortable, go prepared, go ready to learn, and get your game face on.
It's so much fun from what I heard from her. I was a little jealous. I didn't go last year after I heard all the good stuff from her. I mean, I went, but I was at the hotel and exploring
I would
Chicago.
keep going like, oh, and this, and he's like, aw, I should have gone.
So I just had to go this year, especially now that I'm actually active on Poshmark too. So that's
it wouldn't let us get both of our tickets at the same time because it was like quantity one.
Well, yeah, because there's only one ambassador. That makes sense.
Imagine it. Like, I was like, I'm doing mine first.
I think some people were saying that it only let them buy one ticket even for non-Posh ambassadors. Like, you couldn't buy a ticket for your wife or your spouse. Or
scalpers. Imagine people trying to scalp Poshfest.
I think I heard someone say that.
And then listing it on Poshmark, like, as a prohibited item. Like, hey, buy my ticket. I know there's some Grammy people out there that probably would have tried that. Oh, man. Some people just stink,
So we got some time for questions. If you guys have a question on your mind.
There is going to be swag.
Yeah, swag will be there.
We got like a whole like bag of swag. They ask you your shirt size. They always, every year from what I've seen from the pictures, I only went to the last year, but they give you a Poshfest shirt that's always different throughout the years. So I plan on having a whole collection one day. And which Poshfest shirt do I want to wear today? Yeah, so they give you a shirt. They ask you your size. I had like 2 different bags, pencils, and pins. There's also a lot of the distributors from the wholesale portal. They had a lot of entries like, hey, drop your business card in here, pick a pair of earrings. You know, I came back. Remember, I came back and I dumped it all on the bed in the hotel room. I'm like, I think I lost my own stuff within this swag. You know, what I had done with a lot of it though was I regifted it as my prizes. My prizes that he calls them.
I call them prizes.
Yeah, and some of them are pencils and pens, and yeah, I regifted a lot of them in Posh packages.
Yep, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Share the swag. Say that 5 times fast. I almost couldn't say it.
So we are actually considering not flying, but driving. I'm trying to convince her because I've always wanted to do a halfway cross-country drive. And if we don't fly, we save $1,000 that we can source with along the way. So we might actually do like a 3-day trip and take $1,000 and just source through our trip and go live every night, showing everyone what we find. And so that may be in the works. We could be doing that.
You guys can tell how enthused I am with this thought.
I got to convince her. I got a little more convincing to do, but I really do. I don't mind being stuck in a car for 9-10 hours.
He likes it. He likes going.
It's actually not bad.
Trips.
I mean, we split it up between 2-3 days. It's only a 24-hour drive. So it's like 8 hours a day of driving and then maybe 2 hours of thrifting in a hotel.
I think part of it was my old job. I was constantly in a car, like most of my day. And like, I don't like being in a car unless I absolutely need to. Like, I'm like in and out. Like, it's a tool to get you from A to B, and that's it. I don't have fun in a car. I'm not like, woohoo. I mean, I guess Steve's Corvette. That was fun. But yeah, I don't want to drive to Texas. I drove to Colorado. Has anyone here driven most and or all of the United States? It is definitely a task. Where's the farthest you?
Oh no, Karen loves thrifting on the road. We're going to thrifting out in Cincinnati when we go out there, and yeah, she'll thrift anywhere.
We're going to Texas in a couple weeks, and
we're flying this time.
I got some advice. I got some advice to pack my suitcase. You know how they make big, medium, small? Pack the medium suitcase with my own items in it, and then pack my medium suitcase in the big suitcase. Bring the big suitcase as my one bag on the plane when I go thrifting, and then I pack the big suitcase with all my finds. I'm like, that's ingenious.
Stephanie says,
Stephanie
Flores says, thanks for the advice from last time you were live. I have been listing and rephotographed items that weren't selling. It worked. Sold 2 more items. Awesome.
See? Awesome.
Mary G says, I've driven from California all the way to New York, and it was great.
Some people like that stuff.
Got to do it one time. Got to do it. I got to do it one time.
I drove to Colorado when I was 17.
I don't know if I'd want to go all the way to California, but I might.
I got it out of my system.
I definitely want to get a decent road trip going on there.
Definitely got it out of my system.
So we probably will be doing that.
We drive a lot as it is. He has family in Ohio. We both have family in Pennsylvania. We have his mom has property in Florida. Like, so we've done that trip. Who knows how long? His family in Maine. We're doing the Eastern Seaboard like quite often.
Yep.
So we drive so much. So I think that also is part of the reason why I'm like, ugh.
I think we can get a ton of product.
Drive.
I think we can get a ton of good product that we don't get our eyes on all the time. I think it's a great idea.
That's the only reason why I'm even
different states have different finds.
Considering it is like missed finds.
Yeah, that area is good for certain things that we can't find up here, and I think it'd be great to thrift through them and see what kind of things we can find along the way.
Enthused. He's really harping up the one thing that like I really am like, oh, I do want to source in other states. I do like it though, because it's like you get so used to your own area and like what's common in your area, the brands you always see. But when you're in a different state, you find different stuff. It's the only reason why I'm even like partially considering driving.
I think we should do it. We'll talk about it though.
But I'm going to the airplane route. Oh, yeah. It's far. Texas is far.
It's 24 hours. That's not bad.
I used to drive Florida to New York 3 times a year. Yeah.
See, that's about a 24-hour trip too. So that's
even
the same kind of drive.
Depends on where in Florida. Connecticut's so small that, when first time I ever drove to Florida, and I was like, welcome to Florida. And you're like in Tallahassee and you're like, woo, I'm in Florida. And you're thinking like you're almost where you're going. Not if you're going like south.
That's not a bad idea.
Sue
Rollinger says fly there and rent a car and drive back. That could be a possibility.
We both get what we want.
Rake and Profit says road trip. I'm with Steve there.
Steve, I was just giving your Corvette props. Like, I was like, it's the only time I've been happy to be in a car. Road trip. Why?
I think it'll be awesome.
I'm also worried about, getting there finally and being burnt out and like kind of crazed from the ride. Because I get that way. I get like really burnt out from road trips and I want to enjoy Poshfest. I don't want to get there being like,
we're going to get there. We're going to get there like 2 days early.
I know.
You'll have plenty of time to recuperate.
Do not disturb.
You have plenty of time to recover there. We'll leave on Monday, get there on Wednesday, and
Orlando to Albany. That's very similar.
Yeah. That's about the distance from Texas.
Albany's like way up there too. Albany's like way, way up there. Couldn't fit the suitcase in. No, the Corvette doesn't have a trunk, right? Or does it have little trunk?
No, Mina, you are not able to draft on Poshmark like you do on eBay. You have to complete the listing all at once.
Mm-hmm.
What we do is we write our listings. We use Apple products. We'll write our listing on a note, and then when we're ready to list, we just airdrop it over to our phone or iPad, and we copy and paste the listing in there. So we can write multiple listings at once, and then
I probably have like 6 drafts in my phone right now that when we're done, I'm going to go and just start the listing process and just copy and paste.
Doesn't work for everyone, but if you do have Apple in your house, I think other devices do have notes. So you can try the note route.
Right?
It's just write a note and write your description in a note and then save it till you're ready to list, and that'll work.
My big coffee mugs.
All right, guys, we got time for a few more questions. So if there's anything on your mind, we got another 2 minutes here or so. So just shoot them out at you. I did put a clock. I
gotta go list those 6 items.
We got to get ready for the party and listings. So we got 2 minutes. It's your 2-minute countdown. Anything that's on your mind, just throw it at us.
Yeah.
And we will. Doesn't matter. His vet is awesome. Yeah, his vet is pretty sweet.
Yeah, I got to go in it.
His vet is pretty sweet.
But like seriously, I was excited to be in that car at that moment. But most of the time, like it's a tool for me. A car is to get me to point B. I am not enthused about cars. My old job ruined that for me.
Although she does want a Tesla, so
I want a Tesla. You hear there's one floating around our space, right?
What?
A Tesla.
Oh, floating around in outer space. Yeah, I heard about that.
Like, why Elon Musk? Just send up a like $200,000 car and be like, it's in space. I don't get it. I could have had that. He could have gifted it to me. I'm going to book.
That's an idea, yeah.
Good, yeah.
Look, there might not be any Airbnbs left, but Airbnb rates were really good.
They were pretty good. Yeah.
We found one. We're splitting the rental with 6 people, and it sleeps 6. And we paid. I think they paid like $150 a night for that, and it sleeps 6 people. So if you can find a couple of people that are going or want to jump in on it, then
I know in the Poshmark Analytics group on Facebook, they were also talking about kind of getting a firm number and like getting a group thing going on with something. Yeah. So if you're looking to be thrifty, and I get that, definitely talk to people. There's a lot of people going to Poshfest. It's sold out. So, there's going to be other people in the same boat as you. But the hotels probably are still doing the same thing. Yep. They might have noticed a surge in bookings too, and you know how that goes. They have a right to charge you whatever.
Roberta, we do closet reviews. Yes, closet consultations we will do. Get in touch with us on Instagram. We can definitely point you in the right direction and work something out. It's Thrifty Flamingo at Thrifty Flamingo on Instagram. We
No the
though. So just get in touch with us there, and we will work something out for you. She thinks she's overpricing her
Stacey,
items. So.
Why does the Posh fixing sell out so fast? The first time they came out, they didn't do so much promotion. They did like one thing. I think I went to the email to the Posh ambassadors. It took a couple of days for them to even start getting a lot of like sold out of their listings. The second time around, it was the same thing. It was like you're in there and you're buy, and they wouldn't let you add the bundle. But yeah, this third time around, people missed out the second and the first time. I'm not surprised the entire thing sold out.
They sell out quick regardless, though. It's just there's so many people on Poshmark that want to get that stuff.
They should have somebody constantly.
They should have some unlimited supply or close to unlimited supply, but
at least enough to like hold your store open.
Because when it goes
a week,
it goes on sale every like 2 months or something like that.
Yeah, about every like 2.5 months. So I'm going stingy with my They had this one little package that sold out. It was like tissue paper, little sticker saying like thank you or like this is so stylish, like to wrap your Posh packages with. But it had a roll of tape that I've never seen before. It had like the little like hanger for the dressing room, and it said Poshmark on it. That's all it said. The one I have, it's like said with Posh Love, and it's like hashtag Posh Love, and I'm like, I want the hangers, but I've never seen that tape sold separately.
So, how many people do you think go to Poshfest? Approximately.
Oh.
How many people were there last year?
A couple hundred.
No, a couple thousand, you mean, right?
No.
There were only a couple hundred at Poshfest last year?
Yeah, maybe like 500.
Oh, really? I thought there was more than that.
Maybe. I'm also really bad with estimating numbers. I know it was sold out. But I can't look at a group of people and tell you how, it's like, tell me how many peanuts are in this jar. I don't know. 5.
Mary G says, pick 10 random side attractions to stop at if you do decide to road trip. I would definitely do that. I'm such a sucker for that stuff. Like seeing the largest chest of drawers or something to keep it fun and interesting.
Is that something?
Well, they got like they have that weird random stuff down that way. They got like the world's biggest ball of yarn or something like that, or they have that random roadside attraction crap, and you always see it on those sitcoms.
Really
it's true.
We really like amusement parks, though. Like I love roller coasters.
Yeah.
I'm a roller coaster junkie.
You love amusement parks.
I have done every roller coaster in the greater New England area, like multiple times. But I like to experience roller coasters that I've never experienced before. Somebody that likes roller coasters would definitely understand that.
I would definitely do that.
Yeah.
Do an amusement park tour as we drive down.
There's a Six Flags in Texas. That's where the Six Flags is named from.
Yeah, but Texas is huge, and you know that.
But that's where Six Flags is. That's the right Six Flags in Texas.
Well, if we drive, we might be able to go to Six Flags.
I think I learned that on King of the Hill. Yeah. Ooh, roller coasters.
Yeah, she's going to drive now. If we drive, we go to Six Flags. That's an easy way.
I just fly, right? Don't they have their own airport?
Six Flags is in
St. Louis, maybe on your way. I'm not sure. We haven't not settled on if we are driving or not. Therefore, we don't have our route planned. Right.
We got some time to think about that. It is only May, and Poshfest is until October, so we got plenty of time.
Winnebago.
Yeah, we should rent a big
No, you wouldn't have to
RV.
know where you're putting
good to
stuff.
go, yeah.
I'm like, yeah, you take the wheel. I'm going to sleep for 12 hours.
All right, guys. That's gonna do it for us tonight, though. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight.
I've been to Great Adventure.
Yeah, we have been to Great Adventure.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. Totally drivable from here.
So we are next week. We're gonna keep to our regular schedule. We're gonna do a Monday and a Friday live at least.
For real this time.
We might go live again if we have time or we have some topic to talk about. But definitely Monday and Friday next week. This week, keep an eye out for the
Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. See.
This week on Saturday, keep an eye out for that video on how to make your own cutoff denim shorts that sell for huge profit. We can buy these jeans for like $5-6 and sell them cut up for like $45-50. So there's a huge markup on these jeans, and people are actually buying them. We are selling them multiple times throughout the summer. So definitely check that out. If you got a crafty streak in you, you're gonna love it, and that should be live on Saturday. So keep an eye out for that. And until then, guys, we'll see you on Monday, and everybody have a great weekend.
Yeah. Bye, guys.